What is up, everybody? Got a video here, proof of chemtrails for everybody, all those idiots out there that went on my channel and said that argued with me that chemtrails don't exist, that they're just contrails, exhaust from jets. Well, I got the proof. I'm going to show you here. You got to bear with me. That's one thing. The other thing is they've ramped up geoengineering in the year 2020. Got proof of that, documents, and this is what's making people sick, causing pulmonary illness. Yeah, could be the virus, right? Scary thing, they could have released it through geoengineering, spraying it through the air, as it's a global effort. This geoengineering thing, it's governments around the world are doing it. I'm going to show you. You're gonna see I'm not bullshitting you. So look up to your sky here in California. We have all these artificial clouds today. They kind of look like this, maybe. You see some of this all the time, but we got like milky clouds today, like that. Anyways, I'll be showing you some stuff, and they have us all duped with this COVID thing, but in my heart I feel this is what's getting people sick, and I'll show you why. I'll show you the chemicals they're throwing up there that causes pulmonary illness. They don't care. They don't care about us. These are mad scientists. They're trying to save the world in their view, right? So they don't care if half of the population dies, but they're trying to save the world. They're trying to emulate a volcanic eruption to bring the temperature down a degree or more on Earth. And this is not coming from me. I've read it in government papers that's available for the public. The geoengineering meetings they had with the House of Representatives, scientists, back from like 2010 and stuff. They started talking about this, and 2020 was a year. Maybe they started early when Trump was about to leave office. They started ramping it up, scaling it up. I'm gonna show you guys, bear with me. So let's go. Let me see something here. Okay, we got these pictures. All right, I'm gonna show you the proof of chemtrails, right? Using NASA's Geo5, which is a like sensory model of the Earth that details like you can see different chemicals, CO2, all this crazy stuff. I'm gonna show you. Right, looks nice, right? The Earth, the globe right there, nice and blue. So this is the model in lifetime, and you can choose chemicals here in the air: particulates, space, bio, air. So what we're gonna do is go to chemicals, and this is CO2, right? Well, the red stuff. But we can choose nitrous oxide, nitrogen dioxide, sorry, which I think is something they're spraying in the air, and I'll tell you why. And sulfur dioxide is also what they're spraying in the air. But nitrous oxide, nitrogen dioxide is right here, and you can see these chemtrails right here. This is a fucking chemtrail. Here's another one. Here's another one. And we're gonna go to the US here. Here's the US. I was looking at this earlier in the day, and you got the Hawaiian Islands here, right here. And you can see these chemtrails. There was like 2 of them, and then now they just like spreading and spreading. Here's a look at this, chemtrails. Look at this, how crazy it is right here. Bam, bam. And there's just a misty cloud all over the US. Look at that. Of what? Nitrogen dioxide. What does that do? Look at that. They're spraying it all over the population, guys. We're under attack. Okay, I'm not fucking kidding here. This is an attack. They think they're saving the world, but this stuff is affecting us. We're breathing it. They're spraying it in the stratosphere, but it does come down. I've seen it come down in the mornings. Sometimes it doesn't stay up there, or they have a bad chemical mix in their airplanes. But this is the proof, guys, right here in chemtrails. It's all over the world. Watch. Look at this. Look at all these patterns over here. See these? This isn't unnatural. Clouds aren't natural lines, guys. Come on, use common sense. Okay, let's go back to the US. So from the Hawaiian Islands, we have an Air Force base there. I forget what it's called, but there's one there, and they're coming out of there and just spraying all over the place. They probably base themselves off of these what do you call these air patterns that are moving, swirls. But they're spraying it here. I'm going to be monitoring this. I've been looking at this for a couple days now, doing some research, and this amazed me how we're looking at the chemtrail patterns with this Geo5. This is from NASA. Okay, anybody could go here. It's go to earth.noschool.net and you can access this. I'm gonna leave all the links on the video, but let me make sure I'm still recording here. Yep. Okay, so we're on nitrogen dioxide. That's all this white stuff you're seeing here all over the US. It's covering us. Okay, let's do this. Nitrogen dioxide, right? So it tells you here what it is. Of course, I looked it up, but what are the health effects? Nitrogen dioxide causes a range of harmful effects on the lungs, including increased inflammation of the airways, worsened cough and wheezing, reduced lung function, increased asthma attacks, and greater likelihood of emergency department and hospital admissions. Asthma in children, this is crazy. These are the health effects, and they're spraying this stuff on us. What do you think's gonna happen? Why do you think people are having breathing problems and going to the hospital? They can't breathe, they're dying, they're putting intubators, they're weak in the lungs. These are the people it affects the most. That's nitrogen dioxide. Now here we can select the chemical sulfur dioxide. Look at this. We're in the red over here, right over the US. I don't know if you can see the map very good here, but this is the US. Let me zoom the camera in a little bit. Can you see the map there? Look at this. Red is over here. So we're like 20.20 it says on the bottom. You guys can't see it because of my camera, but the red is dangerous, white is low particulates, aerosols. This is the aerosols they're spraying up also. I believe they're spraying SO2, and I'll show you why. NO2, the proof is right here. The chemtrails show you that they're spraying that nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide feels cold. It's cold, right? And what happens when they spray up those chemtrails in the sky? It gets cold, right? Because they're trying to cool the earth. They're trying to block the sun with these particulates, oxides, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide. That's why you see these airplanes cross the sun, and then all of a sudden it gets hazy, and then the sun's gone, right? Causing vitamin D deficiency. Well, anyways, SO2, it's all over the US too, all over the world. Look at that. Look at this. I'm not crazy. The proof is here. Look at. Let's go back to the US. Here's the US. I'm here in California. we're in the red kind of. So it's bad, guys. This is an attack. This is run by the UN. It's a UN program run by the British Royal Society. They're all scientists trying to save the world. Chemtrails again. You can see. So here's more proof. We're gonna go to. This is the hearing they had in the House, and I'll go back later to show you where it was, what year, and all that. But we have. Okay, let's look at this first. Sulfur dioxide. That's what we were looking at. The red parts in the U.S. Right? Sulfur dioxide gas exposure hazards and effects. For sulfur dioxide, let's go to, okay, potential symptoms of sulfur dioxide gas exposure: eye, nose, throat irritation, rhinorrhea, nosebleeds, choking, coughing, shortness of breath, chest pain, guys. What's going on right now? Pulmonary edema, cyanosis, reflex bronchoconstriction, eye and skin burns, frostbite, asthma, chronic bronchitis. It's pretty much respiratory system problems, affected organs. Look at that. They're spraying this shit. They don't care about us. They're spraying nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide. All this stuff affects your lungs. This is what's happening. It's not. It could be a virus too. Yeah, it's spreading. But guys, how do you think the whole world got infected? Supposedly, like in one day or one whole week. You know, Omicron. They start saying Omicron in Africa, Omicron, and all of a sudden in a week the whole world has it. Come on, it doesn't. It's crazy. It's through the air, guys. It's in the air. It's getting people sick that way. We go out and breathe it when they spray this shit out there. It's an experiment. So the masks keep you from breathing all this stuff that they're spraying out there. Keep you from getting maybe sick a little bit, but we're still breathing it. People are still getting sick. They're accustoming us to wear masks because they're gonna scale this up. Trust me, it's coming. Those people, non-compliant people, they're coming after us because they want to scale this up, and they don't want to look like murderers when we find out that this is what's doing everything. Okay, this is the PDF I downloaded from the government. Okay, they have to show everything. They have to disclose everything because it's tax funding. It's taxpayer funded. Okay, so here they talk about how they're gonna do it. You can read down here. Let me make sure the camera's catching this. Yeah. Okay, so stratospheric aerosols. I'm gonna zoom in here a little bit so you guys might be able to read it, see it. We'll see what I'm reading here. Okay, inserting aerosols into the stratosphere is another approach. The record of several volcanic eruptions offers a close and suggestive analogy. The global cooling from a large Pinatubo eruption, 0.5 degrees Celsius, that occurred in '91 was especially well documented. Such eruptions loft particles into the atmosphere. There, the particles scatter back into space some of the sunlight that would otherwise have warmed the surface. As more sunlight is scattered, the planet cools. So what they want to do is mimic a volcanic eruption to cool the Earth, right? By injecting submicron-sized particles. Injecting submicron-sized particles into the stratosphere might mimic the cooling effects of these natural experiments. See? Compared to volcanic ash, the particles would be much smaller in size. Particle size is important because small particles appear. Let's go to the other page. This is where I got proof of what they're injecting, that it is SO2. Okay, particles to be most effective for climate engineering. Eventually the particles would descend into lower atmosphere. See, this stuff comes down when they spray it. I've seen it here in California. They've just scaled it up. They don't care. They're spraying right over us. I've seen it in the mornings. It comes down as a misty, cold fog. Okay. Once there, they would precipitate out. So let's skip this to where the proof is that I'm talking about. sulfur dioxide, SO2. Okay, that's what we're talking about now. Let's go back to the globe over here. What does NASA have on their satellite thing here? Their model, SO2, sulfur dioxide, guys. This is all the white and red stuff here. That's all over. We have all over us. This is what they're injecting the planet with, the stratosphere, and nitrous dioxide too. Okay, you can see the chemtrails here. You can see it more in the nitrous dioxide. I don't know why. If it's one day they do nitrous dioxide, another day it's sulfur dioxide, or I don't know. But either one of those is bad for your lungs, and it causes kind of the same symptoms. And people are getting sick of their breathing problems, pretty much. You know. Let's go back to this here, geoengineering. So we have sulfur dioxide, SO2, as a precursor of sulfate aerosols, is a widely discussed candidate for the material to be injected. Other candidates include hydrogen sulfide, H2S, and soot. I don't know, they talked about other stuff they can inject into the skies. The use of engineered particles could, in comparison with the use of sulfur aerosols, potentially reduce the mass of particles by order of magnitude. Well, this is just other stuff, but this is 390 pages of stuff you can read, and it's proof that they are geoengineering and spraying chemtrails in the air, particles. Absolute proof, guys. I don't know why people still deny this. It's out there for everybody to see, but this is making people sick. Because let's go back to something else here. I already showed you the health effects of nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Both of those are in the air. Both of them are being sprayed. So let's go. This is from NASA. This is nasa.gov. Okay, guys, right here. Beginning in 2020, G3 involves transient stratospheric injections of SO2 to maintain top of atmosphere net radiation at 2020 levels. G4 involves a constant stratospheric injection rate of 5, well, I don't know what that is, TGs of SO2 per year. Guys, they're telling us their models they were going to do. This was published like 2014, 2013, I don't know, date acquired 2014. The thing is, they tell you they're going to do things and they're already doing it. This stuff is been happening, spraying, they've been experimenting up in the air, but it seems like 2020 was the year. They could have started earlier, like 2019. That's why people started getting real sick. They could have spread a virus. What easier way to spread a virus worldwide, guys? Right? All these governments in the world they have a plan for geoengineering and spraying all over the world. It's so easy, guys. The Omicron, how quick did it spread all over the world? Come on. How does something that fast spread? The first time it spread, Trump closed the flights to China. He closed all these flights everywhere, and it still spread. It's still like real fast. Everybody was all of a sudden infected. This is a global effort, guys. We're under attack. They don't care. They're trying to cool the earth. They're trying to cause global cooling, and it's all right here. All this is all paperwork you guys could look up. Okay, so I showed you guys the effects: nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, what it does to your lungs. What are we having problems? Lung problems, breathing problems, all this stuff. Somebody needs to look into this. Senators need to look into this. Double check this stuff. See what's going on. See who is supplying the SO2 or nitrogen dioxide to spray this into the stratosphere. Companies, is anybody checking this stuff? The UN is in charge of this stuff. The UN, the British Royal Society, they're all in on this. Scientists. It's a global plan of scientists. Are fucking crazy, guys, and this is killing people. I'm telling you guys, it needs to be looked at, or it needs to be stopped. This really needs to be stopped. It just needs to be stopped because it's getting people sick, guys. And this is the proof right here. SO2 being injected into the atmosphere in beginning 2020. When did we start having all these problems, guys? End of 2019, 2020 got all crazy. It's still going on. Look outside. Cause see all this spraying going on. That's all I'm gonna say. But somebody needs to look. Senators need to look into this. Either they're playing theater with us, keeping us distracted with this Wuhan lab bullshit, because it's a planned effort between governments from the world. They're spraying all over the world. Come on, you think China's gonna let us spray in their area? It's a big plan. This was planned out. There's governance in these paperworks. You can read all about it. There's so much on this, and there's so much money involved. They're not gonna just let it, stop and let all this money they already put into it. These people are nuts. They're trying to be God. This is where this is coming from, guys. Geoengineering. I don't know if Trump knew about it. He got us out of the Paris Accord, which involved all this stuff, and he pissed off a lot of people. That a lot of these fucking scientists that want to play God. WHO's involved. UN's involved. All these governmental entities are involved. Okay, so I'm bringing this to light. Senators need to look into this. Either they're covering because they know something's going on Earth and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to get people scared, but this is killing people. This right here, SO2 and nitrogen dioxide. Everybody, go here, earth.noschool.net. You can see the chemtrails, guys. Put it on chemicals. Put it on chemicals and then go to nitrous NO2. You can see the map of the whole world, the trails, how they're being formed. Every morning you're gonna see the trails, how they're being sprayed everywhere. Here's Hawaii. They're coming from Hawaii and heading towards the States right here. Guys, heads up, alert. I put the info out. We'll see what happens from here.